What's up, guys? Double Dog Gamer here, and I really didn't want to do this video, but after the live stream and reading comments left and right, I felt I had to do it. And before we get started, I want everybody to know that I feel for the people that this happened to. I really do. I really do. And I want everyone to watch the entire video before you comment. Not just wait until you hear a part that you don't agree with and then go in the comments and fucking yell at me. Watch the entire video, please, okay? Don't be ignorant. If you're gonna sit there and shit on my opinion, at least hear my entire opinion. Okay, so let's talk about Paris and ISIS. Paris got a shit deal, honestly. Those people didn't deserve what happened to them at all. Paris got a shit deal, and the world's now crying over it. And everybody in Paris and France is pretty much scared shitless, to say the least. I mean, I just watched a video 2 minutes ago where all the thousands of people laying flowers and stuff, I think at the theater, some lady screamed and they just scattered. I mean, that's a shit deal on their part. And honestly, I feel really bad. Those people did not deserve it. But let's look at it this way, right? So what happened? Innocent people got gunned down and killed, right? Okay. What the fuck has been happening in Iraq and Syria for, like, what, 2 years now? The same bullshit. And nobody fucking gives a crap. Nobody gave a crap about fucking Jordanian pilot getting burned alive. People getting their heads chopped off on the river. I've watched videos of them taking truckloads of dudes, taking them to a fucking marina and shooting them, throwing them off the docks. Nobody gave a shit then. But it takes an incident in Paris and everyone's like, okay, we all have to unite and take out ISIS and, oh God, those poor people. What the fuck? Are you serious? Is that how ignorant our fucking world is? That nobody gives a fuck about what happens to those guys over there because it's just the Middle East. Until it happens into a country we give a shit about. That's how fucked up our fucking world is. That's why Paris happened. It's because nobody gave a shit when it was Muslim on Muslim or Iraqi on Iraqi or Syrian on Syrian. But the second it became, oh God, the French got killed, everybody gave a shit. Fuck that. Fuck that bullshit. Same shit happened in World War II. Oh, Hitler, don't build tanks. Okay. Oh, Hitler, don't invade Poland. Oh, okay. Oh, Hitler, don't invade France. Okay. Oh, now you bombed London. You bombed London. Now we gotta do it. It's ignorance. It's fucking ignorance. Everybody's so willing to turn a blind eye on bullshit until it happens on their doorstep. And that's when it's too fucking late. It's too late. You want to kill ISIS? Too late. They're all over the fucking place. What the fuck were we waiting for? Oh, some Frenchmen to get killed. That's what we're waiting for. That's the ignorance that this fucking world has. Nobody gives a shit when it's over there. And I watched in Iraq too. Nobody gave a fuck when they were blowing each other up. Nobody gave a fuck. They're just like, okay, the war's over, bring everybody home. No, it wasn't over. We had insurgents all over the fucking place. All over the place. We could have wiped that fucking desert clean if they gave us fucking time. Nobody cared. Nobody fucking cared because it wasn't happening at home. Twin Towers went down, we got our revenge, bring everybody home. It's the ignorance to it. Nobody gives a fuck. Every single person, and before people get blast on me, alright, granted, there are people who actually know what's going on, see what's going on, and don't agree with it. You're a small minority. The news media is part of the problem. Look at Beirut. Look what happened in Beirut. You don't see that on CNN. No, all you see is Paris 24/7 coverage. Beirut, but the reason Beirut's left out is because Beirut's automatically associated with a war zone. Why? Because nobody gives a fuck about the Middle East until it's fucking poor fucking German, poor American, poor Frenchman that gets killed. And then everybody gives a shit. That's the ignorance to it. And it's bullshit. It's honestly fucking bullshit. And this is why these things happen. Everybody turns a blind eye to it when it's Muslim on Muslim, and then it gets to the point where it's too big and it breaches into the European countries or America, and then that's when everybody wants to act. Well, guess what? Too fucking late. You guys want to wipe out ISIS? I can tell you what it's going to take. A fucking nuke. You're going to have to nuke the entire fucking Middle East because it's too big. It's too intertwined in the civilian populace. There's too many people who are good at charismatically recruiting other people. So you kill 100, you're going to get 200 back in a month or two later. It's too late. We fucking waited too long. And this is what it took. That's fucking sad. And you know what? I'm actually glad that because of this, we're actually going to unite as a country. Like China says they'd fucking help. Russia and America are finally talking. France is, we're all uniting as countries to take on this task of eliminating ISIS. But it's too late. You could put every ground troop the country has in there, and you're going to have World War III, and I guarantee you we'll do 10 years of war in Syria, Iraq, all over again, and the second we leave, this power vacuum will happen again, and just, there we go. We got another one. We got fucking ISIS, fucking Terminators after that. It's too late. We fucked up. And that's the ignorance of it. And an insurgencies are built too deeply into civilian populaces. Everybody's worried about civilian casualties and, oh God, collateral damage and stuff. And honestly, the only way you can wipe out insurgency is wipe that place clean. Restart, reset, refresh. And nobody wants to do that. No, I don't want to be the guy that fucking nukes the entire Middle East or carpet bombs a city into oblivion. Nobody wants to be that guy. Those days are over. It worked in World War II. It's not going to work now in the modern times. And unfortunately, we have the kind of war now to where those tactics are the only way. Like I saw people, French dropped 20 bombs on Raqqa or whatever the fuck you call it, R-A-Q-Q-A. I don't understand how to pronounce it. I don't, fuck it. But, and I saw people commenting like, oh, what, did they have to bomb the entire town? Well, yeah, those were guided munitions, first of all. So, yeah, they took out command and control, but what's the problem with leveling the whole town? You gotta admit, you gotta see what this is a war zone. The civilian populace that are staying at that point are either trapped, collaborators, or, ISIS themselves, or rebels. At that point, they are willing to put themselves into a war zone. They're not civilians anymore. They're not collateral damage. If you willingly put yourself in harm's way when you could have left with all the other refugees, guess what? You're not a civilian anymore. You're part of the war. It's bullshit. And then the refugee issue. This is the thing. We watched this war happen. And we said, you know what? We'll take the refugees, open arms. We let them spread into Europe. And, America didn't do it. But, of course, because we're fucking scumbags. That's why. But, yeah, we said, we'll let this war happen. It's okay. Come on, refugees. Come to our country. And then look what happens. They infiltrate. They adapt. They strike. Because we turned a blind eye to the war, and they said, you know what, we need to get their attention. And this is what you get. It's bullshit. The whole thing's fucking bullshit. There's no amount of warfare, like troops, tanks, and aircraft are going to fix this problem whatsoever. It's too far beyond gone. This is going to be the most massive war ever to try to rout out ISIS. And it's bullshit. It's been happening for years. Do yourself a favor. Go to liveleak.com. Type in Syria or Iraq and watch some of those videos of what ISIS has been doing this entire time. Nobody's giving a shit about, because guess what? They're Muslims. Oh no, a Muslim got killed. Oh, that's going to make the front page of the Washington Post. Oh. Ignorance. It's fucking ignorance is how we got here, and it's bullshit. I mean, I've been watching Live Leak. It just starts. That's where you find the gruesome and the bloody and the stuff that the news ain't going to show you. And I can tell you, this shit's been crazy for a fucking long-ass time. You talk to people who actually, spent time over in Syria, too, some of those operators, and you talk to hear what they've seen and they've observed. It's bullshit. This shit's been going on. It's been full-scale, pretty much genocide, cleansing. Going to a village, you either fight or you die to the males. Oh, they don't want to fight. Cool. Murder them in the streets. But this gets everybody's attention? It's fucking bullshit. You know what? It's fucking bullshit. And this ain't going to end. This isn't the end of it. It's going to continue. There'll be probably strikes in Germany, Belgium, since now, they're finding out they're in Belgium. The U.S., apparently we have 71 in the U.S., which I think is kind of bullshit to begin with, but whatever. They'll probably strike in the U.S. too. It ain't over. It'll continue to happen, so just get used to it. This is what we do. What happens when you turn a blind eye on a problem? It becomes a bigger problem. It becomes too big of a problem. So it's bullshit. So agree with me or not, it's a shitty situation. Paris got the shit end of the deal on this one, and it ain't over. But this is what happens when you ignore bullshit like this. It fucking blows up in your face. So let me know in the comments below. I said my piece on it. You guys wanted me to say my piece. It ain't the pretty piece, but it's the piece. So I'll catch you guys later. Peace.